I went I went to the theaters, but right before I wouldn't have time anymore, and I wanted to go see The Northman.
Oh yeah.
They weren't showing it at my theater.
Oh damn.
Okay, I wanted to go see the Nick Cage movie. They weren't showing that either. Okay, I want to go see Top Gun Maverick. It's not out yet. What is there to see? Like,
Morbius?
no, Morbius was gone. Wasn't showing. Like, so me and my brother were like, what the fuck do we see? And the the person at the counter was like, "Oh, you should watch this movie called Men."
Ew.
I'm like, "What?" Yeah, yeah, it's actually pretty decent. I'm like, the Sonic 2 movie is looking pretty good right now. Actually, we could
No
watch
shit.
that.
Didn't disparage the Sonic 2 movie. It was amazing.
No, I actually wanted to see it. I didn't see it, but so my brother was like, the first movie got lucky. Yeah, maybe this movie called Men would be good. It's an A24 film. Those are never bad. And I'm like, oh no, oh no. So can I just like regale you with my experience watching that movie?
Oh, please.
Uh, it is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Like,
Haul ass.
I can't form opinions on things until like after I've watched them and I've had like time to think and I've like read the plot synopsis and things like that. Like you have people on YouTube that are like, "Oh, I just watched the movie. I fucking hated it. Here's exactly why," and a thesis paper on it. I'm like, I can't really do that. I need like time to digest what I just saw. Not with this movie. Not with this
Show
movie.
that movie.
Not with this.
A24
Not with this movie. Yeah, go look at it. Just
It doesn't even have a Wikipedia article on it, man.
no.
It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube. Men movie A24.
Uh,
What is this?
it was made by the same person who made that movie Ex Machina and Annihilation. If you guys have ever seen those movies,
I like Deus Ex Machina.
Ex
No,
Machina. Ex Machina. The robot
No, Ex
movie with
Machina.
Oscar Isaac and General Hux from Star Wars.
oh, was I Oscar Isaac in that movie?
Yeah, he was.
Was it good?
Yeah, Ex Machina was really good.
Okay, well this movie wasn't. So, how do I even describe this movie? I'll go by it scene by scene because that's the only way to do this. Like just like we did with the Batman. Okay, so the movie opens up with this woman looking out a balcony, looking out a balcony, and as she's looking, you see this guy just falling down the balcony, like he dropped down, like he's like dying, and it cuts to like a silent scream of the woman who's our main character. I forgot her name. I don't care.
Tits McGee.
What?
Tits McGee.
Pretty much. I don't care. But yeah, so she's silently screaming because she's witnessing this guy commit suicide, and then title card. And then it cuts to her driving to this very, very, very incredibly English household with this very, very incredibly British man giving her the tour. And the entire time it's just like, okay, what's going on here? Like, the British guy like asks, "Oh, is there a Mrs. whatever the fuck your name is?" And she's like, "No, we're divorced." It's like, oh. Anyway, and yeah, so he finishes giving the tour, leaves, and the woman calls like her best friend, who I also don't know the name of, so I'm just gonna call her phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
I just watched the trailer, and yeah, I don't. I know exactly what the movie's about.
I'm going through the motions. I'm telling you exactly, shot for shot, what happens. So okay.
I'm gonna just put out a theory here. I'm guessing that all the men are in on it. Is that something like what's going on?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Now I know what this movie
2
is.
minutes.
Sort of. We'll get to that. It's not even like the reason I hate this movie. Like if it was like a cult or something, it's like, oh, we're doing some dark magical bullshit. It's like, okay, that's interesting. You can work with that, but that's not what this is. But we'll get to that. So anyway, phone a friend is like, it's so great that you're living in this ginormous house, because you need time to heal. You deserve it, Queen. And I'm like, thank you, bestie. Basically how the conversation goes. And then she goes out for a walk deep in the woods around there, and she doesn't know the area. So there's no map, so she doesn't know where the fuck she's going. But she comes across like an underpass, like a bridge, and it's like very dark under there. She's just like approaching it. She kind of stops before she enters under it, and just plays with the echo. And then she creates the main theme song that is repeated throughout the movie by echoing under the bridge. And I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Theme song?
Yeah, like you know how certain like games or movies will have like a certain rhythm, or I'm not musically like knowledgeable, but it's like
a main theme.
Yeah, it's like a main. It's like a main theme that's like repeated, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the main theme. Like, yeah, like like you could tell when. I'm trying to think how to go, but you guys.
Star Wars,
the main thing,
Lord of Rings.
the main thing, yeah, the main theme of the movie, Lord of the Rings. That's a perfect example. The freaking
the ring thing.
Whatever they're, yeah, the ring thing. Like yeah, exactly that. Thank you.
Yeah.
She basically creates the theme for the movie right there, and I'm like, okay, where is this leading to? So on the other side of the underpass, you can see like a light. And she sees like a person, which I thought at first was like, oh, it's a homeless bum. But no, she like sees the person, and she's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. So yeah, she runs away. She doesn't act.
Based. Homeless people don't deserve that time of day. Screw the homeless.
Fuck 'em.
But anyway, so like, she runs away from the supposed homeless guy, goes up to a field because she doesn't actually know her way back. So she finds a field, and if I had to give the movie credit, I will say, yeah, the scenery is pretty good. It looks really nice. Like, the setting is quite appeasing, but everything else is kind of dog shit. But so yeah, she's in this field, and she's like, my bestie would love this view. I should take a picture. I should take a picture. And she does, and sends it to her bestie. And neither one of them notice the fucking buck-ass naked man standing in the frame.
Like completely naked, right?
Like it's a landscape shot, and he's like full dick and balls out.
Like Slenderman type thing, or like he's in the background.
Just too much alpha energy.
He's
just
fucking.
It's not
He's
an
in
18-4
the
movie
shot.
about some old
Like it's a
guy being
picture.
butt-ass naked.
It's a picture of a landscape in a house. Like it's a picture of a landscape in a house, and if you, yeah, I guess it's because it's from far away. But if you fucking zoom in, you can see the buck-ass naked man like right there. How did you not notice this? But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. There's a ton of fucking male nudity in this. Which,
It's an 18-4
alright,
movie. I'm not honestly shocked.
yeah, it's an A24 movie, but I'm like, okay, alright, whatever. So, we go back to the house. She found her way back to the house. And I don't know what she does for a living, but she has a Mac or whatever. So she's talking on the phone with a client, and like, okay, you know in movies where it's like something, shit's happening in the background. How are you not noticing this, bro? If like a fucking mouse farted, I would turn around. Like, why are you not turning around? Like, you know when that happens in movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you
and
mean.
like, Jesus, look out your fucking window. Turn around. But she doesn't, until but we just gotta like wait it out while fucking Dick and Balls man is just like watching her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he followed her home.
So what, is it like a cheaper version of It Follows?
No. At least in It Follows, the characters were entertaining. And despite being made on a shoestring budget, it actually does have impressive cinematography, and I'm like, I'm narrative. Like, I'm invested in what these characters are doing. They want to live. And, an actual threat. Like, they see the villain. They tried to, like, beat the shit out of the villain multiple times in that movie, and it's clear that you can't. Which I think is fucking awesome, but I fucking love It Follows. But we're talking about this movie. Yeah, so Dick and Balls man is just fucking around outside, and finally she fucking notices, calls the police. The policeman arrests the fucking the Dick and Balls man. And
He's real?
yeah, no, he's real.
So is this some crackhead or something, or?
I like the movie like is like he's probably like just streaking or something. I don't know. he doesn't say any words. That's the thing. So she calls police. They arrest him. And it's like, oh, everything's good. Okay, like that takes care of that. And she's like traumatized over this. I'm like, oh my god, there was a naked man. He followed me home, and like calls phone a friend, and it's just like, oh my god, bestie, if any threat ever happens to you, I'm gonna take that axe that's right behind you, like right behind you. I'm gonna take that axe, and I'm gonna drive over there, and we're gonna party and stuff. If it wasn't clear, that there's a heavy emphasis on that axe, but spoilers, it is the worst Chekhov's gun because it leads to nothing.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I'm just confused at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
Dude, how do you think I
the
feel?
only point I know so far is a naked man got arrested.
Naked man got arrested.
Just seems superfluous to me.
Naked man got arrested. Yes.
Florida man got arrested.
That isn't Florida man.
You must
Yeah.
spare your diamonds. Let it hang. Let it
Bro,
hang, young one. Insert
Will-
your diamonds.
It's Will Ferrell from Old School.
Oh no.
We're streaking.
We're streaking. Oh no.
But anyway, we then cut to a deer dying in the woods, and then we go inside the deer's eye, and then we see a statue, and then we come out, and the deer is rotting. Now, anyway, back to the plot. And if what I said was just abrupt and made no sense and didn't feel like it connected to anything, congratulations, you're watching the movie with me. So, next thing we know, after that conversation, main character lady goes to she goes to a church. Yeah, she goes to a church, and starts wailing, like midsummer wailing, because now we get to actually reveal some of the backstory that happened in the opening of the movie. So, turns out the guy in the opening of the movie, the one that was that dropped from the balcony, that was her husband, and she like blames herself for, or like she's trying not to blame herself for his death, because it's like, oh, he committed suicide alone. It's like, it's not my fault. Like, why is it my fault he killed himself when I said I would divorce him and he said he would kill himself if I divorced him? It's not my fault. Which, yeah, it isn't. It's just like, what a weird plot point. It's whatever. Anyway, so yeah, she's like feels really guilty about it still, even though she's trying not to blame herself. And you also find out more about the guy, and it's like, it's revealed that the guy, right before they, had this big fight where it ended up like, I'm gonna divorce you, he hit her, and that was the final straw. So yeah, and then she meets this priest in the church that she's wailing in, and it's just like,
Let me guess, the priest is extraordinarily creepy for no reason.
And a pedophile.
Yes. And he's in the slave market, of course. And selling Nazi gold.
One out of four of those are correct. Yeah. So
he's selling Nazi gold based.
now, okay, so fucking basically main character lady is walking around the church. She tends to like walk around a lot in this movie. And she sees this guy wearing a mask.
What does she do for a living?
Huh?
What does she do for a living? Because somehow she has to pay for all this.
I'm guessing something computer fine. About what?
That's why you got a divorce, because she's your Twitch thought.
Nah. But so basically, she sees this guy wearing a what the fuck is some really, really out of place mask. Like those. I'm trying to see if I can find a picture. Yeah, so she's wearing a really out of place mask. Or no, the guy's wearing. Here, I found the picture. Okay, I'm gonna send it in the Discord, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. There it is. Yeah. So she's walking around and she sees a guy wearing that mask.
Sorry,
just
that's
like-
funny.
I'm just
Oh,
like,
no.
what the fuck are you doing?
Oh no. Oh no.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you wearing,
It's
boy?
a 60s Halloween mask or something.
Yeah, right?
He's
Okay.
transgender. He's transgender. He actually
No.
wants to be a woman. But
No,
due to the priest. Okay, the priest forces him to be a man. All right.
No,
okay.
no, that's
He can
not,
always
no,
play
no,
the
no,
priest.
no, no.
This
That's
movie
not the
warns people against male feminists.
No, that's not the priest. That's no. What actually happens is she's walking around and she sees that guy wearing that mask, and that guy is like, "Hey, you want to play a game?" I'm like,
You wanna play a game?
that was my first thought. I was thinking like Jigsaw. I'm like, bro,
Sorry.
bro, you like, bro, are you gonna fucking Jigsaw this shit?
Shitty third act reveal.
Like an hour and something into the movie?
Puppet rolls up on screen. You wanna play Monopoly?
Wanna play Monopoly? Hello, Amanda. Wanna play Monopoly?
Wanna play Shoots and Ladders?
Wanna play Strike Chico? Wanna play Connect 4?
Okay, back to okay.
Okay, back to the plot. So, yeah, it was like, you want to play a game? I'm really good at hide and seek. It's like, nah, I'm not really in the mood right now. Honestly, you're kind of creeping me out, kid. And then it's like, the priest comes in. It's like, why are you bothering her, bro? Why are you bothering her? It's like, bro, she doesn't even want to play a game. Like, it's like, fuck off. I'm like, you first. Not even joking. That's an actual line in the movie. And then the guy in the mask says that the main character lady's a stupid bitch, and then leaves. And then we begin the part of the movie where the ham-fisting of the movie's message starts to really ramp up.
Oh, it's now being ham-fisted.
Now it's being
Now it
being
is.
now it's
so
being
it's-
ham-fisted.
so the previous 10 minutes of you talking is just subtlety.
Yeah. That was the movie being subtle. Now it's not.
God.
Now it's not. The naked ball and dick guy? No, that was completely subtle. Oh, anyway, so priest is like, what's troubling you, my child? And main character lady's like, yo, my husband killed himself, and I think it's my fault. Or it's not my fault, but I feel so guilty. It's like, yeah, I understand. It's like, I understand. I get it. Do you think your husband would have killed himself if, you forgave him for hitting you? It's like, what? I'm like, yeah, here we go. Hey, here we fucking go. So, yeah, the main character lady literally hears that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm done. No, I'm going away. Oh, and one more thing. The entire conversation between the priest and main character lady, he has his hand on her thigh, full.
Maniculture, I see.
Huh?
Maniculture, I see.
No, I mean in a creepy way. Like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, so it's like priest is like, oh yeah, maybe it was your fault that he killed himself.
Just remember, guys, priests are never the good guys in any situation. They're
Never.
always the bad guys. All right,
Yes.
this is just facts.
Yeah, so
That's it. Or...
Yeah, so then we,
not.
then lady leaves, goes to bar to drink, meets highly British guy from the opening of the movie, and it's like, hey, how's it going? And main character lady's like, oh, bro, I've had the worst day. Dick and Balls guy was outside my house. I'm like, what the fuck? That's terrible. Oh my god, can I buy you a drink? Remember, no subtlety. Anyway, so
I'm sorry. Okay, maybe this is going over my head. What's the issue with that?
yeah, like the fucking whole thing of like, oh, I just want to buy you a drink so I can take you home, shit.
I mean, she went to a bar. What
Yeah.
else is he gonna do? Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine. You can cry on my shoulder. Like, what else are you supposed to do in this situation? Like,
I don't
that's
fucking know.
Here, I'll buy you a drink.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, so cop man who arrested Dick and Balls guy comes in. And it's just like, oh hey, what's up? How you feeling? It's like, fine. How is Dick and Balls guys? He's still in jail? Like, oh no, we let him go. What? Yeah, we let him go. We couldn't really charge him with anything.
Public indecency?
You let him go? But yeah, I mean, he didn't really have any ID on him. We couldn't really get any information out of him. We couldn't really charge him with anything, so we let him go. How could you let him go? He was outside my house. It's like he was stalking me. It's like, do you have any evidence of that? I mean, like, no.
Okay,
No.
playing devil's advocate here. You said she's seen him like what, twice? For
Like, far away distance.
okay,
When
stalking would be she consistently seen him over and over again.
when she okay,
So
like,
in his
so,
defense, he's got like
no, how to describe it is like under the well, she couldn't like see who it was. She just assumed it was some homeless man. It wasn't until like they came to the house was when like, oh shit, they're stalking me. Fuck. But like that was the only instance. They don't have like a criminal record or anything. So it was like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but in that case, when you don't have an ID, you are jailed and they take your DNA. They at least take your fingerprints and run them through several criminal databases. And even that, he, as I believe Trench has already said, indecency. He would be charged with that. So, does this movie not know how law works?
yeah, I don't. This is like English law, so maybe it's different. I don't
Even,
know.
okay, English law, like even then, like I'm sure they have. Okay, I'm gonna search this right now.
Well, English law.
Indecency laws in England.
But basically, like,
was the naked guy Islamic or something? I don't know.
no, naked guy is full white, full on
Okay,
white.
okay, this movie's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like very
Decent
unrealistic.
Sure, can't see people forced to sign sex offenders register and serve a maximum 2-year prison in Scotland. Like what?
Unless you're Islamic immigrant.
Yeah. By the way, we're still not at the worst part of this movie.
How much longer is it?
Okay, unless this thing is taken before 2003,
No, they have
has no
iPhones.
excuse.
No, they have iPhones.
Okay, then no, there's no excuse. He would be charged with indecent exposure.
Yeah. So anyway, they let him go. Main character lady gets pissed off as fuck and storms out of the bar. And then naked man is in the trees, and you can see, or behind the trees, and you can see him watching her leave. And she like goes to the house. It's just like tells phone a friend like, they let them make it go. I don't feel safe anymore. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe something would disturb your sanctuary, queen. I'm gonna drive over there right now. I know it's a 4-hour drive and it's the middle of the night, but I don't care.
In England?
I like where they are from each other.
Yes.
So basically, the phone a friend was like, "All right, what's your address? I'm gonna head over there right now." And she tries to say it, but every time she tries to say it, her phone glitches out. So it's like, "Okay, just text me it." I'm like, "Okay." So she texts her her location, and then the response is, "I know where you are, stupid bitch."
For her friend imaginary or something?
No. No, remember the fucking mask guy?
Is he phone a friend?
No. Apparently he knows how to hack phones, though. So, I don't know. No, it's not how it would work. Anyway,
How do you
So-
hack a phone?
I
Genuinely asking. How do you hack it?
iOS is pretty hard to hack because it's like kind of its own unique thing. But there are ways. There are definitely ways. But it's like I was saying. So she's like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? So opens the door. Sees the cop who arrested Ball and Dick guy outside. It's just like, what are you doing here? She's just standing there. It's like, say something. The lights flicker on and off, and then when they come on again, he's gone. Oh. You know, and then we get the run up to you close to the camera jump scare. And then she's like, oh my god, it gets back in the house. It's just like, fuck, shit. Grabs knife from the kitchen. Someone tries to stick their hand through the mail thing in the door, like the mail slot, and she just fucking stabs the hand. No, actually, she stabs the arm because he gets his arm through, and the guy is like trying to like get his arm out, and it like splits his arm down to his hand, so it's like 3 hands. I'm like, okay, that was a cool imagery, I guess. But what's actually happening? What's going on? So anyway, she's freaking out. A window gets broken in the kitchen. She's like screaming her head off, and then knock knock. Who's there? Oh, it's highly British guy from the opening of the movie. Hi, highly British guy. It's like, what seems to be the problem? It's like, oh my god, there's someone in the kitchen. It's like, it's a whole fucking thing. It's like, are you sure? Yes. Bro, we live in the middle of nowhere. There's no one here. It's like, believe me. Believe me. Again, not subtle. So
You know, I'm still not getting the message of this movie. Like,
it's not over yet. So goes into the kitchen, finds a dead bird. It's just like, oh, it's just a dead bird who crashed through. Snaps its neck. You know, nothing to worry about. Lights flicker off and on and off again. Guy disappears. Shows stupid bitch guy again. It's just like, you hurt me. What are you gonna do? Hurt me again? Like, what the fuck are you? And it shows that, yeah, his hand is also split up. So it's like shapeshifter or something? Is that what this is? Yeah, so, you know, she also has multiple instances to, like, fucking stab this guy, but she doesn't. Instead, the guy's just like, we're gonna play hide and seek. 1, 2, and she's just like, oh, I guess I can't stab him. He must be invincible, so I will go and hide in the upstairs where he can surely see me. So yeah, he goes upstairs, gets like freaked out, and then doesn't lock the door. Instead, like, the next person to walk through the door upstairs is the priest guy with the exact same injury. So, and then now we're getting to the part where I honestly should have just walked out of the movie, but I didn't. Priest guy is like, basically attempts to breed with her.
I see.
God, the priest was the bad guy who saw it coming.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's like
What twist?
it's like this scene drags on and on because the entire time I was like, you have so many opportunities to just stab this guy, bro. Like, he is grabbing the bottom part of your dress. Fucking stab him. Why are you not doing that? Well, you know, she gets choked by the split hand, and you know she's almost raped, but you know then she finally knocks some sense into herself and stabs the guy. Finally, took forever, but yeah. And then she runs away. You know, and then she does that. Runs outside the house. And then, finally, after all this time, naked man, dick and balls guy, is staring from across the garden. It's just like blows some sort of like dust at her. She like inhales it, and then she like starts seeing shit. But then it goes back to normal, and it's like she just runs away again. Like she just gets in her car and just gets the fuck out of there, which is like the first thing she should have done. So she's getting the fuck out of there, driving away, and then hits old-timey British guy, who, you know, is rightfully pissed off because he just got run over. But then, like, he just, like, Grand Theft Autos her car from her. And then main character lady's, like, on the side of the road is like, what just happened? And then the car turns around, and now British guy is trying to run her over. So she's still, like, running for her fucking life. And, you know, she runs back to the house. British guy crashes the car. And then we reach the worst part of this movie. I don't even know how to describe what happens next, but I'm gonna try my best. So, childbirth number 1.
What?
Childbirth number 1. British guy gets out of the car, reveals himself to be the naked man, breaks his legs while trying to walk, and then, as you notice, his stomach is getting bigger and bigger and bigger until he forms a fucking vagina and births the cop.
Fuck.
And births the cop from his.
You sure you were high when you were watching this movie?
I was sober the entire time, sir. I was like, what the fuck is this? Births the cop, who's also naked as shit. Childbirth number 2. The cop repeats the same thing as the naked man. Belly get fat. Births the stupid bitch guy. Childbirth number 3.
Is there? Of course.
Childbirth number 3. Oh, and after they give birth, they just like deflate like balloons. Childbirth number 3. He stupid bitch guy has like a vagina in his neck. And gives birth to the. I'm trying to remember the fucking order of this. Yeah, and gives birth to. I think it was British guy. Yeah, I think it was British. It gives birth to British guy who's also naked and also deflates. And this entire sequence, you see the main character lady just be like, "What the fuck is happening right now? What the fuck?" And yeah, so childbirth number 4 is from the neck. Childbirth number 5.
How many more are there?
No, this is the last one. Childbirth number
Thank
5. Feet start sprouting from British man's mouth, and he gives birth through his mouth, and the baby comes out feet first, and it's a fully adult grown man again. And it's revealed that the final childbirth, the 5th one in a row, was the husband who killed himself in the beginning of the movie. Wow. Yeah. And after that final childbirth, the husband just sits down on the couch, is just like, "Hey, what's up?" Man, that was crazy.
For all of that, he's just like, "How you doing?"
It's like, "How you doing? What's up?"
Yo, I'm back from the dead. How was it?
I
Yeah,
traumatized you, but how was the
Mike,
act?
you have no fucking idea what I had to go through to get back here, man. It's just, oh. And the main character lady's just like, why are you here? What do you want from me? And the husband is just like, "I just want your loving, bruh. I just want to feel your love."
What the fuck?
Title card of the movie. Then we cut to the friend arriving at the residence. Yeah, no, yeah, title card, man. And then we cut to
In the middle of the movie.
yeah, no, this is the end of the movie.
Oh.
And then we cut to the woman. Then we cut to the phone a friend arriving at the and she's like, "What the fuck happened here? Why is your car crashed? Why is everything so weird?" And she just sees main character lady just laughing to herself in the garden. And that's it. That's the plot to Men.
What's the point of the axe?
I don't fucking know. It's no point. Nothing happens. God, I hate this movie.
I think it's a,
Fucking
let's call
hate.
it chopping off the
hate
dick.
I fucking
circumcision.
hated this movie, bro. No, that nothing happens with the axe. There's no point to it. I don't know why they had Chekhov's gun if they weren't gonna fucking fire it. It's like rule 1 of storytelling.
Unless you're Ryan Johnson.
Like,
Unless you're all of Disney.
Oof.
yeah, I get it. I get what the movie's going for. Women are vulnerable. I get it. Okay, like,
Not to have a gun.
but like, there are so many instances where like she could just go, or like she could make another decision. And the 5 childbirths in a row, man, that was too much. That was a lot. It's fucking disgusting.
The aristocrats.
Yeah, and then at the end of the movie, when the credits were rolling, me and my brother were looking at each other. It's like we yelled in the theater, like, "What the fuck was that?" And this fucking white lady across from us was like, "Oh, do you want me to tell you what the movie was about? I'm a child educator." It's like, "You want me to explain?" It's like, and we both at the same time was like, "Explain what?" Yeah, and then she got mad at us.
You see, all that birth, that was a reference to the Holocaust, you see.
We should have just walked out of that movie. I swear to. We should have just
You
saw
see,
the Sonic
this
movie.
This is explaining how, men bad. Okay.
We should have just saw the Sonic movie.